Got there for 3.5. So I'm just going to copy the top of our blog post from today. I'm going to paste it into our playground now. This is our new chat completions playground that came out 2 weeks ago. I'm going to show you first with GPT 3.54 has the same API to it, the same playground. The way that it works is you have a system message where you explain to the model what it's supposed to do, and we've made these models very steerable. So you can provide it with really any instruction you want, whatever you dream up, and the model will adhere to it pretty well and in the future. It will get increasingly powerful at steering the model very reliably. You can then paste whatever you want as a user. The model will return messages as an assistant. And the way to think of it is that we're moving away from sort of just raw text in, raw text out where you can't tell where different parts of the conversation come from, but towards this much more structured format that gives them the opportunity to know. Well, this is the user asking me to do something that the developer didn't intend. I should listen to the developer here. Alright, so now time to actually show you the task I'm referring to so everyone's familiar with. Summarize this, let's say, article into a sentence. Okay, getting a little more specific, but where every word begins with G. So this is 3.5. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it kind of didn't even try, just gave up on the task. This is pretty typical for 3.5 trying to do this particular kind of task. If it's sort of a very kind of stilted article or something like that, maybe it can succeed. But for the most part 3.5 just gives up. But let's try the exact same prompt. The exact same system message. In GPT-4. So kind of borderline whether you want to count AI or not. But so let's say AI doesn't count. That's cheating. So fair enough, the model happily accepts my feedback. So now, to make sure it's not just good for G's, I'd like to turn this over to the audience. I'll take a suggestion on what letter to try next. In the meanwhile, while I'm waiting for our moderators to pick the lucky letter, I will give a try with A. But in this case I'll say GPT-4 is fine. Why not? Also, pretty good summary, so I'll hop over to our Discord. Alright. Wow. If people are being a little ambitious here, I'm really trying to put the model through the paces. We're gonna try Q, which if you think about this for a moment, I want the audience to really think about how would you do a summary of this article that all starts with Q. It's not easy. Conversation, so it has all the context of what we were just doing. I'm going to say find one common theme between this article and the GPT-4 blog. So this is an article about Pinecone, which is a Python web app development framework, and it's making the technology more accessible, user-friendly. If you don't think that was insightful enough, you can always give some feedback and say that was not insightful. Enough. Please. Now I'll just leave it there. Leave it up to the model to decide. So bridging the gap between powerful technology and practical applications seems not bad. And of course, you can ask for any other kind of task you want, using its flexible language, understanding and synthesis. You can ask for something like now turn the GPT-4 blog post into a rhyming poem. Picked up on it. Picked up on OpenAI evals open source for all helping to guide answering the call, which by the way, if you'd like to contribute to this model, please give us evals. We have an open source evaluation framework that will help us guide.